Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Welcome. I'm Simon Eddles, your sales director here at Travel Bulletin, and it's a real pleasure to welcome you to Travel Bulletin's latest training webinar. So, who do we have with us today? Well, we have two great supplier partners. We have Khaimah Tourism, and we also have representation for Kalimera, Kriti Hotel and Village Resort and the Kernos Beach Hotel as well. They're each going to give us a 10-minute live presentation, and that'll be followed by a 10-minute Q&A session. Please, as always, do give us your questions via the Q&A sort of thing at the bottom of your screen. I don't know where my brain has gone today. The Q&A function will work in terms of your questions. So please put all your questions on there. We really do want you to join us with that. It helps with regards to all of your, any of your clients who may have questions, whether it be to specific requirements they may have or general things that you know that some of your clients will want. So please think of questions that you can help me to ask the suppliers concerned. After their presentations, each presenter will also announce their competition prize and a question at the end of their training session. So please do remember to take notes on that and concentrate on the webinars, because then you'll be able to answer the question. The competition itself will be at the normal place, which is on our website, which is travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. The deadline to win today's prizes will be 4 p.m. on Thursday, the 4th of March. So you've got certainly a couple of days to sort yourselves out and get your entries in. In terms of prizes, we've got some wonderful stuff. So we've got a complimentary 3-night bed and breakfast stay for 2 at the Cove Rotana, and also we've got a 3-night stay for 2 on a bed and breakfast basis at the Kalimera Kriti Hotel as well. Also, we at Travel Bulletin are also giving away a £25 Amazon voucher. So I hope everyone is in a fine mood today on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon, and I hope you're feeling lucky so that you can win your prize by entering the competitions later on. But most importantly, we want you to learn and concentrate on getting some really useful information from our suppliers today. So without further ado, let's introduce our first presenter today, Dimitris Sikaris, the head of sales at Khaimah. Dimitris, are you there?
Hello, Simon. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for having me again. It's a great pleasure to be joining you today. Hello to you. Hello to the rest of the amazing Travel Bulletin team. And of course, hello to all the lovely agents that are here supporting us today.
Well, Dimitris, tell me what you've been up to. Have you been, I think you're based currently in Athens, so have you been out enjoying the sunshine?
I am enjoying the sunshine. You will be surprised to find out that today is actually really windy. I dare to say that I miss London, so this is where home is. So yeah, I'm just spending the lockdown with my family here, but I'm planning to return to London very soon. Hopefully things are gonna get even better very soon. I mean, the announcements that happened in the beginning of last week, it's really evident that have worked really well, and they are starting building the confidence of the consumers and the travelers. So hopefully more people are going to travel abroad. Some of them hopefully will choose to travel to Khaimah.
I'm sure they will be. I'm going to just come up with one slightly less than interesting fact, perhaps, and that is that according to my 5 minutes of research, Khaimah means top of the tent. Is that right?
Simon, we've said it so many times during the presentations. Are you paying attention or not?
Apparently it could also refer to a little hut that sits between the sea and which is made of palm fronds as well.
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. But you're getting there, almost there. Maybe in the future you do the presentation.
I couldn't possibly do it with anything like the aplomb that you're managing with as well, Dimitris. I'm going to hand over to you now. Do have a wonderful presentation. Everyone concentrate hard, please, on what Dimitris has to say. But most importantly, send me some questions so that I can ask him afterwards. Off you go, Dimitri. Screen share away.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Once again, we have attended several of the Travel Bulletin events. This is one of the virtual ones. So thank you to everyone for joining us today. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to start sharing my screen with you. Before I do that, though, I would like to say thank you to Helen, who wrote on the chat that the cover of Tana is stunning. It actually is. So thank you so much for sharing, Helen, this feedback. So let's do the presentation. I'm sharing my screen with you now. So this should be working. So Ras Al Khaimah is one of the 7 emirates in the UAE. And obviously, as I said, my name is Dimitris. I'm working for PRM Global, which is the sales representation company of the emirate in the UK. We have been working with Ras Al Khaimah for 6 years now. And we're really happy with the progress and the achievements that have happened over the last years, because we went from questions like, what is Ras Al Khaimah? Where is Ras Al Khaimah? I don't know anything about this, to, you know, I have been to Ras Al Khaimah, I have sent clients there, many people talk about it. So, of course, this is really rewarding. And I think that the key point of the success of Ras Al Khaimah so far has been the support of the travel agents. So thank you so much for all the effort that you have put into promoting this lovely destination. I would originally start this presentation with a video. I have decided to skip that today because it would make the whole file really heavy. However, we will share this with you. I definitely want you to watch it. It takes like 3 minutes. In my personal opinion, it's one of the best destination videos that there are out there. And definitely, I would highly recommend that you spend a couple of minutes to watch it. So Ras Al Khaimah, just 45 minutes away from Dubai International Airport. So there are several direct flights. Well, there used to be, and hopefully many soon again. Several direct flights from the UK flying into Dubai International Airport from major hubs such as London, Birmingham, Manchester, or Edinburgh. So it's an easily accessible destination. And then you are just 45 minutes away by car. So it's really easy to get to Ras Al Khaimah. If you're looking for guaranteed sunshine throughout the year, then you will definitely find it in Ras Al Khaimah. We say that the best time to visit the destination is between October to May. The average temperature during winter months is between 18 to 25 degrees. Does this mean that UK travelers do not visit the destination during the summer? Of course they do, because obviously of summer holidays. And although the temperature is, of course, considerably higher, this really doesn't put the UK travelers off. Some key facts about the destination. Ras Al Khaimah, which translates into the top of the tent in the local language, yes, Simon, this is correct, is the 4th largest emirate in the UAE. It's actually the northernmost emirate. It comes with a relatively small population, covering a small area, having an ambitious goal of reaching 3 million tourists by the end of 2025. Key 4 elements in Ras Al Khaimah: a fantastic combination of 64 kilometers of beautiful, natural, sandy beaches, terracotta-colored desert, mountains. Yes, there are mountains in the UAE. They are in Ras Al Khaimah, and of course, the highest peak of them is in this emirate. And then the natural mangroves, which extend to the very center of the city. This is a map that I always focus on during the presentation because I love it. It puts everything into perspective. On the right-hand side, you have the newest part of the destination. There you will find the majority of the new hotels, including those on Al Marjan Island. In the center, you will find the oldest part of the destination, where Ras Al Khaimah city is, plus the souk markets. And then on the left-hand side, you will find the mountains, where, of course, the mountain activities are offered. Al Marjan Island is a series of 4 connected man-made islands. This is one of the most ambitious projects in the destination, and Marjan translates into coral in the local language. There are several hotels that operate there already, like Rixos Bubble Bar, Double Trip by Hilton, or Marjan Island Resort and Spa, with many more coming up soon. Brands including Marriott, Movenpick, or Sheraton. The good thing about Ras Al Khaimah is that there are fantastic accommodation options there, ranging from self-catering options up to 3, 4, or of course, 5-star luxury hotels. These include, for example, the Cove Rotana. This is a picture of it. And then this is another one. I would say that the Cove Rotana has a fantastic 600-meter long natural beach, 2 infinity pools, great facilities, water sport facilities, beach facilities, and kids clubs there. So for both couples and families, this is a highly recommended property. We all live in the era of COVID-19, and we're really proud because the Emirates took really important steps in the fight against this virus. So Ras Al Khaimah was the first tourism destination in the world to receive a safeguard assurance label from Bureau Veritas, and the first destination in the Middle East recognized by WTTC as a safe travels destination. When it comes to PCR testing, it was the first global destination in the whole world to provide free departure PCR testing. This is currently available until the 31st of March. Let's see if it's going to get extended. The team there checks that on a quarterly basis. This is available to all international guests that stay overnight in Ras Al Khaimah, and it is currently available in 2 sites, at the hospital and at the medical center in Al Hamra Mall. In reality, the high-end luxury 5-star hotels offer some additional services as well. If there is one thing that makes Ras Al Khaimah truly stand out, is the mountain activities. Jebel Jais is the highest peak in the UAE, 1,934 meters above sea level, and the temperature at the top is actually 10 degrees less than it is on the water's edge. So even in the summer, if you go during June, July, August, it's going to be obviously much warmer than it is during winter or springtime. But just because the temperature is lower in the mountains, you can still go and enjoy all the activities that are available there. There's definitely something for everyone, starting from really simple things, such as enjoying a nice mountain picnic, and then into more adventurous activities, such as biking, hiking, or trekking. Bear Grylls Explorers Camp is one of the newest additions there. I'm sure you all know about this. This is a great option for couples, groups of friends traveling together, or families. Families are welcome to join the camp because the organizer can provide tailor-made services. And I would also say that if you have any incentive travel groups, then you should 100% consider Ras Al Khaimah for this kind of travelers. You might want to do all the nice adventure activities, or you can simply enjoy a nice yoga session, of course, enjoying the nice views of literally pretty much everything in the Emirates. The viewing deck park offers the same. And then one of the newest additions there is a new restaurant, which is called 1484 by Curo. It's been massively successful. The menu is to die for, and the views are to die for. It needs to be pre-booked. So I would say, even if you don't want to do anything up in the mountains, it is 100% worth it to go and just visit this restaurant. The J Sky Maze is essentially for both adults and children. You're standing about 10 meters above the ground. You have a series of obviously really easy obstacles in front of you. And then the 2 most popular activities up in the mountain are the Jay's Sky Tour, which is a series of 7 zip lines. You zip from platform to platform. The shortest one is about 300 meters. The longest one is just over 1 kilometer. And the average speed is about 60 kilometers per hour. So they differ in length, but they also offer different views. So this is why this is so popular. And of course, the most popular activity out of them all is the world's longest zip line, which was launched 3 years ago in Ras Al Khaimah and still holds a Guinness World Record of 2.83 kilometers of length. There are so many people that visit literally the destination from any part of the world just to do that. It takes about, I would say, about 1 minute, and it reaches a speed of up to 150 kilometers per hour. Then we have the desert experiences. Of course, don't forget that this is a destination in the Middle East. So there are so many things to do there, from things like spending the night in one of the 3 camps there. So we have the Basata Village Desert Camp. We have the Bedouin Oasis Desert Camp. And then the newest addition is the Dunes Camping and Safari. This is the newest addition in the Emirates. All 3 of them are perfect for both couples and families. And as I said, you can either go to enjoy the evening time with nice barbecues or belly dancing demonstrations, or you can spend the night there. It goes without saying that the tour operator partners or the local DMCs can help you arrange everything for your clients. Then we have an abundance of extra activities such as dune bashing or camel riding, horse riding, or you can pay a visit to the nature reserve Al Wadi. I particularly love this place because it's the place to go and see, you know, the local animals, or to practice your archery skills, or to enjoy the falcon shows. I would say that this is one of the highlights when you visit Ras Al Khaimah. Then cultural heritage are key points when it comes to the destination. Ras Al Khaimah is one of the very few places in the whole world that has been continuously inhabited for more than 7,000 years. So there are plenty of activities, plenty of places to visit when it comes to taking in the culture of the local people. So you can pay a visit to the National Museum of Ras Al Khaimah, which used to be the house of the ruling family up until a few decades ago, or you can pay a visit to the Mohammed bin Salim Mosque. And I would say the highlight is a visit to the Bayern Fort, which is the highest hilltop standing fort in the UAE. And this is the place that back in the day, the locals would go to protect themselves from the invaders. And guess where the invaders were coming from? Yes, from Britain. I would say that the views there are truly stunning. The Suedi Pearl Farm is again one of the newest things that Ras Al Khaimah offers. A great spot for both families and couples. Children particularly love paying a visit to the Suedi Pearl Farm, which is the first cultured Arabian pearl farm in the UAE. They learn everything about pearl farming and pearl collecting. Most people don't know that Ras Al Khaimah, the people in Ras Al Khaimah back in the day used to survive on really simple things such as farming or agriculture or pearl collecting. So again, this is a great way to connect with the locals. When it comes to water activities, in reality, most of the beachfront properties offer water sports centers. And then we also have the mangroves, and we say that the best way to explore them is through kayaking. And sometimes you can also see some amazing flamingos there. So yeah, this is why people prefer to do that. There are also aviation activities available through the Aviation Club. There, the microlight flight offers a unique bird aerial view of Ras Al Khaimah. And then you also have Sea Wings, which is another great experience to take in all the nice views from above the ground. And they can also take you to Dubai. So please keep that in mind. When it comes to golf lovers, there are two fantastic golf clubs in Ras Al Khaimah. So we have Alhambra, which is a world-class course that was home to the finale of the European Challenge Tour in 2018. And then there is Tower Links Golf Club, which is known to be one of the most natural golf courses in the whole of the UAE. You might go to the mountains, you might not go to the mountains. You might pay a visit to the desert, you might not pay a visit to the desert. If you decide to stay close to the city center, there is still plenty to do there. So from simple things, such as enjoying some nice shopping, there are 5 shopping malls in Ras Al Khaimah. And then we also have the Cornish areas. I would say these are great, especially for walking during the evening time when the temperature is slightly lower. So again, this is a fantastic choice. We also have the souk markets, and I would definitely say, please do not leave Ras Al Khaimah without paying a quick visit to the souk markets, because of course everything is fresh there. You will find nice local ingredients, nice spices to take with you, or just pay a visit to the vegetable market or the fish market, and 100% do that. And then what is best? It's the Emirati cuisine. Everything is so yummy, fresh. Everything is produced locally. So I would say that gastronomy and the culinary experiences in Ras Al Khaimah are 100% highlights of anyone's visit there. Future projects, there are some really exciting things coming up in Ras Al Khaimah. So we have a new lodge, which is going to be a luxury lodge. This is hopefully going to open by the end of 2021. And then we have the creation of another island, the Hyatt Island, which is going to be home to some amazing 5-star hotels, plus some residencies there. And Anantara is going to open there, and Intercontinental is going to be at the Hyatt Island. When it comes to MICE, I know this is not really relevant to what we're discussing today, but this is part of the presentation. So there are fantastic MICE facilities there, like conference center or convention center. So for any maybe events, conferences, or weddings, or incentive travel groups, 100% connect with us in order to tell you more about the MICE facilities in Ras Al Khaimah. Different venues, different budgets, different experiences, and of course, almost all of the hotels there offer their own MICE facilities. You can register to become a Ras Al Khaimah Travel Master, or you can simply get more information about this beautiful destination in the Middle East through the official website, which is visitrasalkhaimah.com. Through the official YouTube channel, you will find all the amazing videos there, or Twitter, or Instagram, or Facebook. So my name is Dimitris. I'm part of PRM Global, which is the sales representation company of Ras Al Khaimah, and I would like to thank you so much for watching this presentation.
Wonderful, Dimitris. Thank you so much. If you can, right? Okay, we're back live. I have the agents have been fantastic. They responded to my panicked message saying I haven't got any questions to ask you, and so I've now got a flood of questions, which is great. So we'll start off with the first question that came in, which was from Catherine Hudspeth, which came in to say, and I think deal with this as quickly as you can, but it is important, but do not sort of ponder on it too long. In terms of the travel safe or safe travels etiquette, in terms of the PCR test, is it done, can you get it done at the hotel, or do you have to go to a medical center? What's the scenario?
So the free PCR testing applies to everyone, if I'm not mistaken, everyone that is over 5 years old. So it covers the vast majority of young guests as well. This is, as I said during the presentation, currently available until the 31st of March. And we were debating with the team in Ras Al Khaimah whether we should mention this or not, because in reality, when every time they get to the end of this time, we always renew it. But this is why I said this might get extended or not. We will find out literally in the next couple of weeks. And this is currently available in 2 sites, as I said, the hospital of Ras Al Khaimah, which is really modern. I have actually been to the destination, so I have seen it. And at the Al Hamra Mall. As I said during the presentation, yes, the top-notch 5-star hotels offer additional services. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if there is a couple or a family staying in one of the truly amazing 5-star hotels in Ras Al Khaimah, and these are able to offer additional services to the clients, such as, for example, but don't take my word on it, for it. I mean, the official way is not this. That, you know, for example, someone might come and take do all the PCR testing procedure in your private villa, for example, in one of the hotels there. So I can say that this can be done, but if you ever had to quote me, I would say no.
No, well, they'll just have to wait and see what
but
the new advice is.
This is doable. This is doable.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. To move on, I've got from Stephen Hart and also from someone else as well. How far are the mountains from the resorts in terms of
very nice question,
getting there, but also time?
As I was there in December 2019. Yeah, that was my last international travel, and I was really lucky to actually visit the mountains. And I'm not really too much into the mountain activities and the adventure activities. However, at the end of that day, I was so happy that I did it, because with one of the organizers there, we just went for some hiking, and it was truly amazing. The temperature was fantastic. It was not warm, but it was not cold either. I would say it was fantastic. It was perfect. It took us about 50 minutes to 1 hour to get to the mountains, and I was close to the Al Marzan Island properties.
Okay,
which is the
that's
furthest.
great.
So
Thank you very much. So about an hour.
That's the furthest that you can be from the mountains.
Okay. Lorraine Crow asks, in terms of the normal tour operator packages, presumably transfers are included from sort of the international airport in Dubai or whatever across, are they?
This depends obviously what the arrangements with each tour operator are. And I would say that yes, when you get a package, usually people prefer to do that. However, if for whatever reason this is not done during the time of the booking, it goes without saying that the local DMCs or the hotels themselves can arrange the transfers for your clients.
Okay, right. I've got Zoe Bennett asks, give us a little bit of an idea in terms of temperature, if she missed it, as to what you can expect at night in the desert. And before you do that, also, Daryl Glean asks, how much is a sort of an overnight package in the desert? roughly?
They differ obviously from time to time. I would say that you will be surprised to find out that in the desert during the evening time, it's actually really cool. It's not warm at all, I would say. So this is why if you maybe you have come across any pictures that we used to use in the past, there were like, like air conditioning facilities, not because it was hot, but because it was cold. So the temperature is considerably less during evening time in the desert. What was the other question?
Yeah,
How
how
expensive it is?
yes.
They differ. They differ because although, for example, the Basata Desert Camp is one desert camp, they offer different accommodation options if you decide to spend the night there. I would say it's not expensive at all. I would not think that it is more than 30 or 40 pounds per person per night.
Okay, and presumably all of these are offered as extras if you book them via tour operators in the UK, but also you might want to do it from if you want to do it separately when you're at in resort, you
You
can do
know
it there
what?
as well.
You know what might happen. Maybe you want to send someone to Ras Al Khaimah, but you're not really familiar with the activities that are available there. So it goes without saying that the client might arrive there and they might, get informed about everything that is available. So yes, this can be booked extra. I would say, because this relates to the previous question about the tour operators, and most of the tour operators that the Emirate works with, they get everything through local DMCs. And of course, the local DMCs can provide anything from simple things such as, obviously the transfers to restaurant recommendations or activity recommendations or money and, budgets for each activity. So I would say that it is really easy to find this through the tour
Okay.
operator partners, of course.
In terms of when you're there, a couple of questions about sort of just being out and about. Is it reasonably priced to eat out? Number one. And before you answer that, also another one in terms of shopping. I don't know whether this will be true in terms of normal sort of supermarkets or the normal shops you might go in, but also in the souk. Are you expected to barter?
Are you in the Middle East or not?
So you are then.
You are. So I think that yes, of course, the facilities are amazing in most of the hotels because I cannot lie, the 5-star hotels offer better facilities than the 3-star hotels, but this is the case in any part of the world. So the interesting thing is that yes, there are local restaurants, and I have been to a couple of them. So when I email all the lovely agents with the presentation and everything, I will give them my recommendations. And the food is amazing. It's of course much reasonably priced compared to both other Emirates there, and of course to people that come from the UK. It's much cheaper, and you are expected to barter in the supermarkets. But this is part of the experience, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm going to do a couple more and then we're going to have to wrap up. So I've got one from Sue Hunter who asks, knowing full well what the situation has been like recently in Dubai in terms of building and smoke and noise and all the rest of it. Obviously, Ras Al Khaimah is expanding, what with the offshore islands being built and everything else. Is there any sort of building furore going on?
This is something that I get asked a lot, and I'm always conscious of these questions, which are of course very legitimate questions. When I was last there, the last time I was there though, I genuinely didn't feel anything like this. All I could see is that this place still looks very natural, and it's definitely the very far away from being over commercialized yet. I don't know what's going to be the case in 20 years, but it didn't feel commercialized at all.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more. I know you can't, or you can, but you probably won't want to give me a list. But if you can direct people to where they can find it, I've got a number of agents, including Isabel Bending, who's asked what sort of operators you would sort of point them towards in terms of booking Ras Al Khaimah. Before you answer that as well, think about the one other thing. I've got a lot of agents have come on about your travel master program. So could you point them in direction where they can find out more information on that as well?
Yes, I will share with them the link. They can definitely register, and I think it's really easy. It's really enjoyable. So for anyone who might have any additional questions, they can 100% get in touch with me. When it comes to partners, I mean, this is a tricky question because at the end of the day, we do not work for a hotel. We work for the whole destination, as you can imagine. So I would say all the luxury tour operators, including Gold Medal, for example, that the agents work with, if they go on the website, in the vast majority of them, there is going to be a page on Ras Al Khaimah, and within it, they will find some hotels. So I really don't want to direct anyone to specific people, but we all know which tour operators are the luxury tour operators. So in 95% of them, if you go on the website, you will see that they have, even if it is just one or two or three or more hotel options in Ras Al Khaimah. So I believe that without giving any other names away, I feel that everyone understands who I'm talking about.
Okay, and the Travel Master Program, are you going to be able to send people details on?
I will send them the link, and they will find all the information there. Yes, perfect.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Dimitris. That's been
Thank you for
awesome. We've got through, I think, something like 10 or 12 questions there, which is really good. And you've answered them all superbly. So that's really good. If you can now detail your information in terms of your competition prize and also then the question.
Perfect. So one lucky winner, obviously plus their plus one, is gonna win. Is gonna go to Ras Al Khaimah, which is the top of the tent in the UAE, and they're gonna spend 3 amazing complimentary nights on bed and breakfast in the fantastic Cove Rotana. So one lucky winner of a 3-night complimentary stay on bed and breakfast at the Cove Rotana. The question is really simple. What's the length of the beach at the Cove Rotana? This was part of the presentation. So yeah, I think it's really simple. What's the length of the beach at the Cove Rotana? So there's going to be one lucky winner. All the rest are not going to win. However, if you plan to visit Ras Al Khaimah, if you got inspired by this presentation, or if you have sent clients there and you have heard nice things about the destination, I would 100% urge you to get in touch with our team. I'm sure that we will be able to arrange something nice for you.
I'm sure there'll be hundreds of emails flooding your way as soon as the borders open. All who've been inspired by your presentation, Dimitris. Thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you so much. We'll see you again at the end.
Amazing.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dimitris, for that. Right. Okay. It's now time to move on and time to meet our second presenter. Celine Spataro is the Director of Sales at the Kalimera Kriti Resort, Hotel and Resort, and the Kernos Beach as well. Nice to see you, Celine. Celine, I'm going to tell you, this is your first time with us. Now you have your.
Hello, everybody.
It's very good to see you, Celine. And tell us about your. Because you're also, I believe, in sunny Greece as well, aren't you?
I'm based in Greece, yes. I'm based in the north of Greece.
Is the weather beautiful with you at the moment?
Yes, the weather is lovely. Actually, since Monday, it's almost like spring here. You know, the trees are full of flowers, giving us a little bit of hope on the whole situation.
Oh, well, that's good. I will let the agents know. I first spoke to Celine a couple of weeks ago, and at the time, believe it or not, there was outside of her house or office, I can't remember, I don't know where she was when she was speaking to me, but there was snow on the ground. That's right, isn't it?
It was snowing about 10 days ago, yes. It was snowing all over Greece, in Athens as well, all over Greece. It was incredible because here we are not used to it. So obviously, you know, people locked themselves down by themselves.
Well, I think as well, it gives you an idea about how obsessed we are with the weather, because it was obviously one of the first questions I asked you. So that is pure madness on our part. Apologies for us and our obsession with the weather, but it's only because you have such wonderful weather and we don't. So
okay.
I'm now going to let you get on with your presentation. Before I do, I have two things. I understand that Kalimera Kriti means good morning, Crete. Is that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a Kernos is in Greek it's a type of vase. Is that right?
Actually, it's the name of the area. I don't know the etymology behind the word, but I'll find out. You're the first one that ever asked me, because it's just the name of the area. You're incredible.
Right, I'm going to leave you to it now. Agents, please concentrate on what Celine has to say, but please ask me questions on the chat function. Sorry, not the chat function, the Q&A function as well. Wonderful. And Celine, take us away.
Okay, thank you, Simon. So first of all, I'm very happy to be here today. I know that Greece is a destination which is in high demand right now, because, well, the government has made a great job at advertising how safe the destination is. As you all know, we've been in lockdown very early last spring, and since the 7th of November, non-stop. So the situation here is very much under control, and hopefully tourism will restart as soon as the season opens. All depends on the source markets we work with, but in general, I think for that reason there is a very high interest from your clients to travel to continental Greece, to Crete, etc., etc. So that's very positive. So I'll start with presenting Kalimera, Kriti, and then continue with Kernos Beach. I'm not sure if you know, but both hotels are part of Helios Hotels and Resorts, which are also the group of hotels to which Elunda Beach and Elunda Bay belong to. So part of the Helios group. Let me start with the share screen. Okay, and start with the presentation. So, Khaimah, Kriti, first of all, in terms of location, we are located on the east part of the islands, about half an hour drive from Heraklion Airport. As most of you know, we are quite lucky with the flight access from London, Manchester, and other provincial airports. So we have flights from Jet2, BA, EasyJet, and Aegean Airlines, direct flights to Heraklion Airport. Let me show you, I want to show you some general pictures of the hotel. Khaimah Kriti is not a high-rise building. It's a very charming hotel, even though it's more than 400 rooms and bungalows. It's very charming, very Cretan atmosphere. Here are the look of the bungalows from outside. You see, very green, very Mediterranean. The whole concept of the architect was to combine elements of the Minoan palace architecture and neoclassical style as well. So as I said, 400 rooms spread on more than 64 hectares of land, located straight on the beach. Let me show you some more pictures. This is the entrance of the hotel, the lobby, one of the two beach area, very shallow beach, I must say, ideal for the kids. So here, let me just point out the unique selling point of the hotel. As I said, Khaimah Kriti is a bit over 408 rooms and bungalows. We serve, well, we welcome guests on BB basis, half board basis, or full board basis. In terms of facilities, we have an indoor pool, 2 outdoor pools, one of which is an adult-only pool, a choice of 4 restaurants, and we'll go into more details later in the presentation. And then shopping arcade, we've got an animation team, which is very discreet. We have day entertainment and evening entertainment, but nothing too loud. We keep it animated, but not, you know, mass all-inclusive entertainment, mass market all-inclusive entertainment that you can see in other resorts in Greece. And then obviously, and as Dimitris underlined in his presentation, the whole resort really is following a stay safe program, social distancing, web check-in, etc., etc. I will send you more details about this in my follow-up email. So let me show you some more pictures of the outside areas so that you can see the atmosphere, very, very relaxed atmosphere. We've got a lot of clients, a lot of repeater clients who really tell that they love the hotel. They come for holidays in May, come back in October because of the very relaxed atmosphere. This is the look of the small path that goes all the way to the beach. Here on the left, on the upper left side, you've got the adult-only pool. On the upper right side, the Olympic-sized pool. It's a huge pool area located just straight, well, just next to the beach. Here is some pictures of the family-friendly facilities. We have a mini club free of charge from 4 years old. And then let me show you some pictures of the 4 restaurants. Here, this is the Cafe Neon, where you can have some ouzo before going for dinner or some Greek coffee. So again, ideal if you have clients who are really looking for the real Greek experience inside a resort. Here you see on the left-hand side the beautiful Cafe Neon, which is just next to the Kalimera Kriti cave, which is the largest natural cave in Crete. Here you see it's quite impressive. I'll send you more pictures in my follow-up email. Some pictures of the dining areas. And here, I don't want to go into too much details about room types. The main thing you have to remember is that one part of the resort has been totally renovated in the last 2 or 3 years, actually. And all these room types which are renovated start with the first word deluxe or luxury. And then on this picture that you see here, we've got the more classical rooms. So you can see that from the pictures. So this is the entry level of Kalimera Kriti, the Bangalore or rooms mountain view for maximum 2+1. Here is the look of the deluxe room sea view. For a maximum 2 adults, and here is the luxury room sea view, again renovated for maximum 2+1, and the again for couples, Bangalore seafront. We've got about 42 of them. It's just amazing. You come out of your Bangalore when you are located straight on the beach, and this is the advantage that you can only see in hotels that were built. You know, the first hotels that were built on the island of Crete, with which obviously have the best location. Here are the pictures of the family Bangalore suite garden view, and that's for families for up to 2+3, with a separate area for the parents. And these are the new deluxe family suite sea view. We also have some of them which are garden view. Here again, the deluxe family suite sea view, and the Bangalore suite waterfront, which are the best located family accommodations within the resort, and the luxury 1-bedroom suite sea view. Let's go back to the public areas, the spa with an indoor pool. Obviously, you have to know, but you must, I'm sure most of you already know that due to COVID, we are not allowed here in Greece to operate these indoor pools. Hopefully that will change soon. Here is the spa area, the beach area. The beach is sandy beach, which is not so common here in Crete. As I said, the waters are very shallow, so it's very safe for young kids. And here are some pictures of the meeting rooms area. I'm not sure that you are interested in this, but Kalimera Kriti has one of the largest congress center, which is separate from the accommodation area, for up to, with an amphitheater, up to 450 people. And that's the wedding area. We've got a wedding package, which I will also send to you for those of you interested. Let's go to Kernos Beach. So Kernos Beach is located, is a complete different area. It's located 7 kilometers away from Kalimera Kriti, a bit closer to Heraklion Airport. So you have to count on a transfer time of approximately 25 minutes from Heraklion Airport. So we sell Kernos Beach as a 4+ category. Again, almost 300 rooms, located on the best beach area of Stalis. The hotel is located just in between Stalis and Malia. The basic boarding is bed and breakfast with the possibility to half board and full board. The main point and the main strength of the hotel is that it's located in Stalis. So even if in April, as soon as the client goes out of the hotel, clients can walk to the taverns, restaurants, shops, bars. Everything is walking distance from the hotel. Let me again here show you some pictures of the hotel, of the outside area of Kernos Beach. Here is the sandy beach, very flowery gardens. The land, the plot of land on which Kernos Beach is located is very flat. There is not even one stair to go to the beach, to the restaurants, so that's ideal for more elderly clients. Here you see on the bottom right the bungalows with the direct access to the beach. The main restaurant's terrace. Here you see on the bottom left of the slide the Cafe Neon. Again, you can see how much the whole concept of Kernos Beach as well as Kalimera Kriti is around Crete. Clients really feel they are in Greece, and that's very important compared to some new built hotels and resorts in Greece, where you could be in Dubai, you could be in Abu Dhabi or in Sardinia, but here clients really feel that they are in Crete, and they feel the whole positive energy here. Some pictures again of the rooms. I don't want to give you too much information about the room types, but since I know your clients are asking for details, so these are just some of the room types: the superior room, mountain view, the superior bungalows, mountain view, the bungalow sea view, the bungalows seafront, which are obviously the best located bungalows for couples, or up to 2+1, straight on the beach. Here are the bungalow suite sea view for maximum 2+2. I have to say at this point, and that's very important, that Kernos Beach does not have any mini club. So it is more targeting couples or couples with teenagers. And that's important if you compare to Kalimera Kriti, which is definitely more family friendly in terms of facilities. These are the family units garden view for up to 2+4 children. Here are the restaurants. We've got 4 restaurants and 3 bars within the premises. You see how amazingly located those are. And that's the meeting facilities of Kernos Beach. So let me come back to you. That's it for the presentation.
Right. Well, thank you. You've caught me on the hop then. I wasn't quite ready. So I've got lots of questions for you, though. I'm going to have to flick around, if I can do, Celine, between one hotel and the other a little bit. So you're going to have to be completely on the ball with your answers and know what I'm talking about before I even start. So here we go. And I think if in doubt, by all means, answer the question on behalf of both properties, if that's easier to do. So,
if I may answer questions for both properties, you said.
what I mean is, if I ask you a question that you know the answer, that it relates to both, then answer for both, if that makes sense. Is that all right? So we'll start. Well, hopefully the beginning is a good place to start. So I'll start with Jane Kolosky, who asks, and I think I know the answer for the Kernos beach because you iterated how flat it was, but in terms of a wheelchair access, is that sort of good at Kalimera Kriti as well?
No.
Okay.
No, Kalimera Kriti is built on a hill. It's not very stiff. It's not stiff at all. But I wouldn't recommend Kalimera Kriti for wheelchair clientele. Wheelchair clients. Sorry.
But for Kernos Beach, they would be
ideal. It's ideal, especially the bungalows. And as I said, the access to the beach, to the pool, to all the restaurants and all the bars have no stairs at all. Even going back to reception, even going towards the mini golf, it's just perfect.
It's very easy. Okay.
Very easy, even with children with prams.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Alison McGinn asks, in terms of your full board proposition, and I think this relates to the Kalimera Kriti, but it includes water and refreshments. Now, Alison may not be asking about this, but she might be asking about what does refreshments mean for some of her clientele.
Yeah, that's Coca-Cola, fresh orange juice. Not beer and soft drinks, not beer.
No, okay. It wasn't me who asks. There's no need to say that. Lorraine Crow asks, in terms of either hotel, please tell us what is available, if there is anything available, water sports wise. Okay.
Kalimera Kriti has motorized water sports as well as non-motorized water sports. So the motorized water sport would be jet ski, water ski. That's extra. That's at supplements.
Sure.
And then the non-motorized water sport has pretty much everything. A stand-up paddle. We've got one catamaran, and the location is ideal because at Kalimera Kriti, I don't know if you noticed on the pictures, but we've got our own small port, so it's quite protected from the wind.
Okay.
It has its own mall, I would say. So it's really ideal. And because the hotel is located on two beaches, one of them is always protected from the wind. So Kalimera Kriti is definitely ideal for water sports.
Okay, so there's wind for enabling the water sports to take place or whatever, but not enough to put it so that it's dangerous anyway.
Exactly. We've got bodyguards anyway, but it's very safe. It's very safe.
Sarah Cooper asks, what's the availability, or is there availability for connecting rooms at the hotels?
I would say there is no need. I'm very often asked the question because, for example, at Kalimera Kriti, we've got about 30% of the whole hotel are family rooms, which means 1-bedroom family suites or even 2-bedroom family suites with a totally separate area for the parents with a door. So clients don't tend to ask for connecting door, and also the children's bedroom is with real beddings. Children are not sleeping on the couch. It's not, if you see what I mean, it's real bedding, real beds. So that's the strength actually of the hotel, because we even have I think over 100 rooms, 100 suites that can accommodate 2 + 3 children. So
that's good. So there's plenty available there. Zoe Bennett asks, is the beach at Kalimera Kriti, is it a private beach?
Oh, that's a very good question. And I would be curious to see how other hoteliers reply to this. You have to know that by law, in Greece, the same applies to south of France, for example. By law, we don't have all the beaches are not private, but the access to the beach is so difficult I mean, although you know, unless you are traveling, you know, by boat or coming by boat, that clients from outside don't come, and there is also a high charge for clients who are not staying in the hotel. So yes, it's only people from staying in the hotel that use the beach.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, this, if you can answer this on behalf of both hotels as well. Angela Tad asks it in terms of the Kernos beach, but if you can answer it for both hotels in terms of access to local towns or restaurants or what is in the locality, how easy is it?
Yeah, from Kernos Beach, it's very easy. It's located within Stalis. So as I said during the presentation, I mean, as soon as clients come out, they are in the village. So they can walk to restaurants, they can walk to bars, they can walk to, you know, to the shopping area of Stalis. Kalimera Kriti is about 800 meters, so it's about 10 minutes walk from CC village. So it's not as easy as Kernos Beach, but again, it's quite and it's a nice stroll. It's a very nice stroll.
I was going to say it's 6 or 7 minutes walk on the way there and about 20 minutes walk on the way back.
I don't know about you. I don't know, Simon.
Right. Okay. I've got one more question for you, and then we're going to wrap it up. I've got an agent who's decided he or she wants to remain anonymous, so that's perfectly all right. She's got a client, or he's got a client going in October to Greece potentially.
Yeah.
What can you tell? I know this is an unusual year, but in a normal year, what could you tell us about the likely weather, but also in terms of any entertainment that the hotels put on? Is that does that wind down at the end of October or end of September? Or okay?
No, I mean, the hotels are the opening date, and that's for every year, and in normal years is always from the beginning of April until the very beginning of November. This year, the closing date will be on the 31st of October. The occupancy is high in October because we've got, you know, half term from the UK, and the rest of Western Europeans are also on holiday. You know, French, Belgian clients, German clients. So in general, I mean, even last year during 2020, I mean, the hotel was opened as well last year for the whole of the season, as soon as it was authorized. And yes, we've got all the facilities are open. We have to. I mean, the occupancies are high, so so we are keeping all the shops open and the animations open. We've got a lot of space, especially at Kalimera Kriti. We've got a lot of space as well indoor. So even if the weather is a bit chilly in the evening, clients will just sit in the indoor seating area.
But you would expect the weather to be in the sort of low 20s in terms of centigrade, wouldn't you?
Crete is the most southern part of Greece. So the weather is very similar to Cyprus.
Okay.
We swim until I would say in the sea until I would say the 20th of October. But in the evening, you need to wear a jacket for sure to sit outside, you know, from the very beginning of October. October is a lovely month, I think, because it's, I think for traveling, October, and I think it's always a better month if you want to, you know, to see around. It's less crowded, you know, to do sightseeing. And also if people like to do sports during their holidays, I mean, we've got 6 tennis courts, brand new 6 tennis courts at Kalimera Kriti. If you like playing tennis, if you like playing football, we've got a football pitch as well. Beach volley. It's always better to travel, I think, in low season. July and August, I always tend myself to find it too warm.
But well, that's great. Thank you ever so much, Celine. That's been really, really
informative. Thank you so much for all your questions.
No, that's good. The agents have been really, really, thank you so much to everyone. Before we do our next thing, I'm going to ask you, Celine, to give us some details in terms of your prize and then the question that the agents will need to answer.
Oh, the question. Ah, yes, the question. Yeah, so
maybe just tell us about the prize. Maybe we won't give them the question.
No, the question is a tricky one but we'll really check who has followed the presentation in detail. So the prize is a 3-night stay on BB basis at Kalimera, Kriti. And the question is, to which architecture style did the architect of Kalimera, Kriti, inspired himself from?
Okay, so to recap, it's a 3-night stay for 2 bed and breakfast at Kalimera, Kriti. And the question is, what type of architecture inspired the Kalimera, Kriti resort? And you have to go to that to answer all of the all of that. You will need to go to our website, which is travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. Thank you very much for that, Celine. I'll see you again in about a minute. I'm just gonna round off in terms of something that we're also giving away as well. Our final prize that you can win today is donated by us here at Travel Bulletin. It's a £25 Amazon voucher. Our question is even simpler. All you have to do is go onto our website and find out, which is really easy to find. And the question is, when is the next Travel Bulletin Luxury Holidays virtual showcase taking place? If you haven't already registered for March the 16th, if you haven't already registered for that, then please log on to our website and get your name down, and make sure you do, because we'll be looking forward to seeing you there. So all the competition questions are on travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. Please answer them by 4 p.m. on Thursday. So we're almost at the end now of our Travel Bulletin webcast for today. If you want to watch it again, there are some wonderful highlights in today's webcast, obviously. So please go back to find any information that you might have missed. You can see it on our website as of tomorrow. We'll also have it up on YouTube, and it'll also be up on Facebook as well. I'm sure you'll agree. We've all learned a great deal today in terms of Ras Al Khaimah, and also the 2 hotels of Kernos Beach and Kalimera, Kriti. So thank you very much to our wonderful partners. I'm going to ask them to come back on now, if they can, please, as we want to give all of wonderful, I think there's something like sort of 80 agents who've been watching this webcast today. So just as a final thank you very much to all of you who've been watching, and thank you very much to our wonderful 2 presenters. Please give everyone a wave goodbye.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, guys, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you. Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.